Hello and good morning. And the last time I addressed any gathering at the University of Ghana, I was the chairman of what was called the Supreme Council for Vandals and Guys. And people refer to people in that position as the chief vandal. So I was chief vandal on this campus, and those were heady students' days. We had a lot of confrontations with government. And I'm glad that now our confrontation is with air pollution. Standing on all existing protocols, the Clean Air Fund has been in Ghana since 2022. And our goal, as our name suggests, is very simple. We are just interested in clean air for all. And for us to achieve that, our background research established a few facts about Ghana and air pollution. One is that the World Bank has researched and reported that air pollution is costing Ghana's economy $2.5 billion a year, not for multiple years, a year. Again, this number has been mentioned a few times, over 28,000 people dying each year. We also established that there was not a lot of information on air quality and its impact in the country. And for us, our pillars are three, and the most prominent that we like to refer to is evidence-based reporting, decision-making, and policy influencing. And so some of our first projects that we looked at was to support installation of low-cost sensors in Accra. And that was to augment the work that EPA was doing and what also the U.S. Embassy has been supporting with. We're also supporting the development of capacity for local assemblies, mainly because we are concerned that where the rubber hits the road is at the local assemblies, and we need to build the capacity there. We are currently working with another center to look at the local bylaws at the assembly levels, because we think the bylaws are not aligned to promote enforcement of clean air principles. The EPA has great laws, but when we come to the assembly level, there's a gap, and we want to help deal with that. We are supporting the Sensor Evaluation Center at the University of Ghana, what we call the Afri-SET. And we are glad that it's a collaborative effort. And Colombia, Kigali, and a lot of other organizations are now bringing sensors to be evaluated here at the University of Ghana to be able to impact on what can be used. But that is not the only part. Ghana, Clean Air Fund in Ghana was supposed to make Ghana a lighthouse geography. And for any definition of lighthouse, it means you should have examples that can draw people for them to also go on that tangent. And that is why we are very excited about this program which is happening here, because it's West African oriented. Earlier on, or later last year, we had the first summer school on air pollution and pollution prevention with the University of Science and Technology in Kumasi. And that was focused on only Ghana-based students from industry, academia, and early research career officers. This is also happening here, and we hope the next summer school that we hold, which unfortunately will still be in KNUST, so Dean and Provost, don't worry, I'm sure we'll have opportunity to do something here. But the next one, we're looking to have more people across West Africa, not just Ghana, but to expand it to get more people to be part of it. An area that we like to mention is the equity dimension of pollution, because everybody is aware that even though we are all exposed, there are sections of our society that are more exposed or suffer most from pollution. And usually these are at the low end of the economic spectrum. If we go to the areas where the burning is happening, burning of e-waste, burning of waste, where the most rickety vehicles we can find, and where the people that ride in most of these rickety vehicles are also more disadvantaged. They also do not have access to the best healthcare systems that maybe those on the upper levels of society may have. And so we are very concerned about the equity equation. So we have one project which is currently about to begin, focusing on the informal sectors in Ghana, Accra, Tema areas, Kumasi specific areas, and then Tamale, so that we can get a good perception of how air pollution is viewed. We have another project ongoing now, which has been looking at the perception of air pollution, knowledge, perception, and attitudes towards air pollution. And I'll share just 2 facts from that research, and then I will end. Very interesting that they've identified that on religious grounds, Christians, Muslims, and traditionalists, the traditionalists tend to pay more attention to environmental factors than Christians and Muslims. One interesting fact. The second part, which I found extremely interesting, was that for households that are living together, married, living together, households married but separated, but with children, those separated with children also have a higher sense of the things that are causing diseases in their areas. And so air pollution is a major concern in that kind of households. And there are a few other things that they recognize, which I'm sure we'll be sharing with colleagues in the space. But just these 2 facts, very interesting, because it can impact the policy decisions that we are making and how we even design our programs. So on behalf of the Clean Air Fund, we'll have extra time to talk more about Clean Air Fund later on this morning, but we are very excited to be part of the clean air movement in Ghana and to be building the field. Thank you very much.